People trying to say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we've got a couple of pass rush extraordinaires on display in this one. All-Pros Bobby Wagner and Von Miller.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
To throw is Simeon, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Back to throw, Simeon. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and 10, Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They give it to Anderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Off the fake to Booker, it's Simeon. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Vance Joseph making his mark. His guys will go on 4th down. They snap it to Simeon. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Trevor Simeon doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He's got Lockett. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 61 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, with that pass going awry, Charles, I hate to discuss this, but we need to. Deshaun Watson goes down with an injury, ACL tear done for the season, and boy, that's tough.
It is extremely tough, especially when we do everything possible to protect players in practice, to make sure you have good practices, no injuries. And it just happened on a routine, normal play. And when he gets back, he will make the same exact movements again. Just a freak injury. And now the Texans, that's going to be tough. The #1 scoring offense with him, they really struggled against Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, they did. Just 14 points. Really nice response from Watson, though, saying he's going to come back stronger than ever.
And how about the response from the league? How about the respect he garnered in his short time as the quarterback?
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Indeed going for it. Simeon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Wilson. And this is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Wilson. And a little floater there is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now Wilson to throw again. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shane Ray coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding the tackle. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what this is. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Davis, 29 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to have really good starting field position here, as that's taken up close to the 40. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll fake it. Now Simeon. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. That'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Simeon. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A final shot before Blake. Simeon. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him 16 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Play clock winding down. Now it's Simeon. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, this seems like a good time to make a quick pivot here and go back to Week 9 of the NFL because there were some pretty big milestones that were passed.
Can we start with a kicker? Because we're going
Adam Vinatieri.
Look, Adam Vinatieri to me is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, what he's accomplished here, now he's in sole possession, second place in the league's all-time scoring list with 2,442 points. Needs 103 more before he chase down the Hall of Famer, Morton Anderson.
And yet Eli go over 50K passing yards. Jameis over 10K, second youngest to do that. And then Larry Fitzgerald, what did he do?
Yeah, and the win against the 49ers moved into 6th place all-time in receiving yards, passing Hall of Famer Tim Brown. How about Larry Fitz?
Now Simeon. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go.
Running for it. Here's Anderson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Cody Latimer now on the return. Powers through. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a run with Anderson. And he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Now, that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Off of play action, Simeon. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Desperation time for Simeon on fourth. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Benny Fowler, 26 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon rolling to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pinch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They go again with Davis. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pass to Davis fighting. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Simeon. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Play action. It's Simeon. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Booker's got it on the toss. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Here's Davis now. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On the carry. It's Davis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.